Pro-democracy protesters in Myanmar have been on the receiving end of violence from the police and military. One of our reporters spoke with some people from Myanmar to find out what it's actually like on the ground there. And we'd like to give you this warning beforehand. Some of the footages here may be disturbing and graphic. Yeon-seung reports.
This 14-year-old boy, who works at a tea shop in Yangon, Myanmar, was beaten senseless by the local police. He's just one of the many civilians and peaceful protesters who have been victims of such unchecked violence.
So people get taken away and nobody knows what happened to them?
No. And nobody will know where they are. Even my friends, they would actually be in some of the protests in Sanchaung, and 27 students got arrested.
We talked to someone who successfully fled from the police during Monday's protests in Yangon's Sanchaung township. In the midst of a peaceful protest, police forces swarmed in and scavenged the area for protesters, trapping 200 people within a 4-street area. He hid with 17 other protesters in a nearby apartment complex until 3:30 a.m. The apartment's owner kept them safe by refusing to open her doors despite the police's night-long tirade of threats and gunshots.
We begged her to save our lives. Please save our lives. If we go out now, we will all be arrested. We begged.
He's been protesting almost every single day since the national movement broke out. Flying bullets and bombs of tear gas don't deter him from chanting for democracy.
We're not going to fight back against the soldiers and police with violence. We're going to fight peacefully. Democracy is what we want, so we're going to fight like we would in a democracy.
It's not just democracy he's protesting for. It's also equality. He said that Myanmar currently oppresses women, minority races, and members of the LGBT community.
I don't want my nephew to grow up in the same darkness that I grew up in. I want my nephew to grow up in a true democracy and in an equal world that has no discrimination.
When I asked him, are democracy and equality values worth risking his life over? He answered without hesitation, yes, of course.
I told my mother, "Mother, I don't want to give up when everyone is out there protesting. I want to keep fighting. I want to fight until we win and until there's no dictatorship. I long for a valuable and an equal world, and we're going to fight until the end."
Yeon-seung, Arirang News.